We have 7 very special guests today to fly with me.
Hey girl, how are you doing? Girlie, Akira. I'm Lionel de Lange. I'm the director of Warriors of Wildlife, a NGO that has been operating in Ukraine and South Africa for 7 odd years. Behind me you can see 7 lions that we are relocating to South Africa. It's our biggest shipment of lions yet. They're on their pallet. They're going to be strapped down. We're waiting for the aircraft to land and then we'll be on our way.
These loaders are very brave. They have to basically, wrap them around and strap down the lions, and I would be very scared to touch them because the lions are a little bit nervous. You can constantly see they're roaring, and then like if you're close to the cage, you might lose your finger.
Where we take animals from really bad conditions, private zoos, circuses, private ownership pets, and we relocate them to sanctuaries in South Africa. Right behind me here you can see Cecil. He's the one that's created the most media attention. All 3 of these cats, Cecil, Xander and Joy, were involved in a monster court case. It's taken us 2.5 years to get to today, to get them released. They come from a very, very bad zoo. Cecil used to be a circus lion and he decided he wasn't going to perform any longer. He was then sold to a private zoo where he lived an extremely bad life, living in horrid conditions. And then Xander and Joy were also born in captivity at the same place.
We use spreaders on base of the pallet just to spread the weight of the cages. On top of it we have used absorbent materials just to make sure the animal excretion doesn't spill on the aircraft floor. And we have loaded the cages. On top of it we use enough straps to make sure the cages are secure.
I just want to know that the animal doesn't need to be sedated to fly in a plane. These are wild animals.
Absolutely not, Sam. Back in the 70s and the 80s it was the done thing to sedate animals, but it can create problems with breathing, with respiration. So now the only time we sedate them is when we load them. You can get various medication to calm them down, but that would only be in extreme cases. But sedation would do more harm than good.
So the shippers are putting the line, included crate and pallet, to see the weight and every single one for the aircraft balance.
Dziękuję.
Good luck.
Do swidania.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're very brave man. The lion's roaring around. You're very close to the cage. Be very careful. This is the tough job. Like the lion's like right next to you. I think this is Alex, the nervous one. He's been just running around the cage since we arrived at the spot. Very nervous. It's not been a very easy moment for the lion right now. It's in unfamiliar territory. Well, the whole operation is pretty smooth. You can see in just 10 minutes, 3 pallets, 7 lions, now has going inside the front cargo hold of the 777.
Captain, as per the grooms, the desired temperature on the lower deck is 17 degrees for the animals. So 17 degrees.
We
Okay.
check the no dock.
Okay.
Temperature is set to 17 in the forward.
Perfect.
And the doors are closed.
All right. Thank you, sir.
This is a surprise. There's more crew than passengers. Why there's so many crew? How many crew today we have? 13 crew. This is necessary, really. You need this many
It is a
crew.
safety requirement.
Because this is a passenger airplane, you have to operate with full crew.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
You can
Yeah.
see whatever you want now.
Will be simple, right? Will be a super easy job today. Everybody go to crew rest and sleep.
You can sit wherever you want. We have 354 seats, so you can choose from.
Crazy flight. Crazy flight.
Good morning. My name is Christian. We just came from Milan. It's a special flight to carry these lions from Kiev to Doha. Today we'll be using runway 36 right for departure. We have 4 hours and 50 minutes flight time, and we're gonna climb to 39,000 feet. Weather-wise looks pretty good, so we expect a really smooth flight without turbulence. All right, my first officer today is Mr. Rocket.
I was fortunate enough to sit right above the cargo door, so I was able to watch the loading. It was very, very quick and looked like a seamless process. The cats are now in the hold below us, and we're about to depart. We were very fortunate, first time in my life. Thank you, Qatar. I get to experience a Q suite.
Really strange actually for me. I was expecting a 777 freighter, but then this 777 passenger came. Wow. See, it's just completely empty. I think there's 312 seats to choose. Right now the cargo demand is so high, all the airlines are now flying passenger plane just to carry cargo. How many tons of cargo belly space you can carry?
On the belly, we can go up to approximately 40 to 50 tons of cargo can be loaded.
Wow, that's really amazing. 40 to 50 tons just in the belly.
Yes.
And how many on a full freighter?
On a full 777 freighter, the max payload we can get is 105 tons. And on the 747-800, the one which you have flown now, we can go up to 135 tons of cargo.
Yeah, queen of the sky, the best.
Yeah.
It's a relief to be on the aircraft with the lions and that we're on our way, but it was months and months, nearly 2.5 years, of paperwork, documentation, permits, backwards and forwards to courts, getting everything finalized, and then COVID hit and quarantine issues. But it's still very stressful because we know they were okay when we loaded them, and we won't know until we get to Doha when we check them again to water and feed them. And it'll be a relief to see them. And then again, the stress will start for us until we get to Johannesburg, and the vets on that end and the other carers, everybody is waiting to take them in and get them to the sanctuaries. Until they're actually that gate opens from the crate and they run out into their enclosures, that is when it will be really know we're home and all the stress will be gone.
And this is your wife?
This is Anya, my wife, who's very much part of the organization. She does a lot of, because we're in Ukraine, all the documentation and permitting is in Ukrainian. I can speak a bit of Russian, but Anya does all that administrative stuff, all the fighting for the lions, all the letters and...
Anya, how do you feel today? How do you feel now the lions is transported?
Yes, we first time move a lot of lines, it is first, and second we fly with business class, it is first time for me.
You guys need to sit together in the Q suite together.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the double suite. Enjoy the flight. Enjoy the flight.
You watch Lion King, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, we just noticed the lions we have on today's flight have similar names. One is called Xander. We also have Nala on today's flight. So we're really hoping the lions are having a good time. So tunatarajia simba wetu katika flight ya leo wako na wakati mwema.
こんにちは、ライオンの皆さん、カタール航空で素敵な旅を過ごせることを心からお祈りいたします。
We are in Bahrain airspace. We start our descent now. We are about 110 miles from Doha.
$100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Before 18 p.m. we just landed at Doha. I guess the work is far from over. This is just a transit stop. I can't wait to see the line, see how they're doing. They'll be transiting here about 4 hours and then they'll be on to the next flight to Johannesburg. We just arrived and get out the stairs, and now the lions are coming out quickly. They need to be quickly transit to indoor. Temperature is quite high here.
Welcome to Doha to the lions. We've been waiting for them for 6 or 7 months now. We're going to bring them to our live animal station, which is literally 50 meters away, where they're going to be watered and fed.
Very stressed, you know. The animals are not calm at the moment. They're also stressed, and we obviously want to get them home as quickly as possible, but they're all in good condition. A couple of bumps and bruises, but that's par for the course, you know. They're in a metal crate flying in an aircraft, so when you land it's always an issue. We need to give them some water. All the others are drinking really well. The carer seems to be a bit stressed. Ah, there we go, immediately going for water, that's great. Okay. Wow, thirsty. Okay, that's fine. There we go, boy.
Полечка, Поля, спокойно. Спокойно, Поля, блин. Every time when we travel, cats can scratch a little bit themselves because it just has not sits well when we fly. And I'm worried, of course, about them, but she will be okay.
I think the cats recognize you. He's getting very excited when you are near the cage.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe hear Russian or Ukrainian language and just
You hear
calm.
Ukrainian language.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Тихо, спокійно. Спокійно, спокійно. Коля, спокійно.
So obviously Doha is a little bit warmer than Kiev, so there's lots of temperature difference here. This is a pretty cool unit to cool down the lion. And now the lion's been drinking a bit of water, settling down. I believe Lionel's got some red meat. They'll feed them. This is their lunch.
Sam, it shows our dedication. I'm a vegetarian and I bought 28 kilos of this for the lions so that they are fed.
They're still too stressed. There we go. Come on. Yeah, he's eating. I think he's just hungry. If they're eating, that means they're okay. No, come on. Come on. There we go. Well, you're not going to fight me for this door.
The staff were asking me how was my experience. I mean, my experience was seamless, it was so smooth. That's because the staff here work day and night to make sure the charter goes into plan, the plane operating, and all the paperwork's done. There's a lot of hard work behind for all the cargo colleagues in the world and Qatar Airways Cargo. So thumbs up to you guys. You guys did a great job, not me.
Well, welcome to Doha.
Thank you. You know, just to get a quote out of some of your competitors was impossible. I don't want to mention your competitor's name. I waited 3 months to get an answer for a full quote. The quote came in at $35,000 to transport 4 lions.
Now we're doing this. It's a humanitarian project. We make no money of it. Yes, we do a bit of PR operation with it. That's part of business. But we will do more. So, you know, we will be more than happy to bring the cat number 8 that is still in Ukraine when you're ready.
Thank you very much.
Or to do any other. We're now working on other opportunities with maybe rhinos back to Africa as well. It feels good. You know, everybody feels good at doing the right thing.
I can see the lions getting settled down. It's quite dark now. It's been a long day for the lion, for everybody. They're about to go on the second flight to Johannesburg. And Lionel will be accompanying the lion all the way, release them into his sanctuary, and promise to send us some footage. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching this video, for doing this great cause together.
Operations like this, once in a blue moon. In 25 years, this is my second or third. Because they don't come often. Because we are the obstacle. $35,000 for 4 cats, right, is the obstacle. So how many others just give up? Now that you know it's free, now that others will know it's free, hopefully, I hope my phone will ring.
It will, and we'll help your phone ring.
Алекс, Нала і Цезарь виходять на велику територію. Можна? Йдіть сюди. Йдіть сюди. Цезарь. Маленькі мої умнічки. Йдіть сюди. Ти їх шатаєш. Да. Тихо. Боже, їх ще шатає після перельоту. Боже, бідненько, ну.
Малочка і шататись.
Зараз вони привикнуть.
Ну, да.
One day